there guys, it's Kibbomin here and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. It seems like you've been such amazing people who give me such amazing support. And always remember to subscribe to my channel to receive a notification weekly. But I'm sorry to keep you all waiting. I was rather busy because I've got day centre every Thursday. I've got stuff for college for next year in September. But I would always do my best for whatever I can. So, on another video, I could do a read aloud. I'll show you what I got. I can show you. So, if you're quite familiar, I have got Walt Disney's For Sold in the Stone. This is 1963 animated classic. This is published by Treasure Cove Story edition. Look at this cover. You can see Arthur and an owl named Archimedes. You can see Arthur pulling the sword from a stone. It is old oval. So, what I'm going to do, when I intend to read, I'm going to show you by some pictures. I'll read by words also. This is adapted by Merlin and based on the story by T.H White. So, begin and relax, sit back, relax and enjoy. Wart was a lone page living in the great stone castle of Sir Ector, nobly called Wart by his proper name, which was Arthur. Everybody called him just Wart. Sir Ector had a big, lazy son named Kay, who liked to stretch out in the sun and doze. His favourite spot was a grassy bank near the drawbridge. But poor Wart had to work and work. He scrubbed pans and scoured pots in the castle cookhouse. He helped the castle carpenter. He polished the armour for armourer. He swept the castle stables clean. Poor Wart, he was all tired out, but one day there was a clap of thunder in the great hall of the castle. There was a puff of smoke and there stood a strange old man. "My name is Merlin. I am a wizard," he said. "Wart needs lessons, so I have come." Sir Ector and Kay laughed and hooted. "Lessons? What does Wart need lessons for?" "Go away, old man," said Sir Ector. Merlin raised his wand, and right there inside the great hall it began to snow. It snowed, and it snowed, and it snowed. Well, Sir Ector changed his mind. He let Merlin stay on and said, "Give Wart lessons if you like." Nobody understood why Wart needed lessons, but Merlin began to give him lessons. He led Wart down to the moat one day that he waved his wand. Wart began to shrink and shrank and smaller and smaller. Suddenly he changed into a little fish and fell into the water. At first it was great fun. But then a big fish came along. The big fish wanted to catch the little fish for lunch. The poor little Wart, what could he do? He used his head. He hid in a clump of seaweed so the big fish couldn't find him. "Very good," said Merlin. "You learned your lesson, Wart. When in trouble, you use your head." Merlin kept on with the lessons. Once he changed Wart into a squirrel. As a squirrel, Wart stored nuts in trees. He learned to be ready for what tomorrow might bring. Another time, Merlin changed him into a bird. As a bird, Wart flew high in the sky and seeing the world from way up there. He learned many things. Wart grew wiser and wiser, but still nobody understood. Why did Wart need lessons? One wintry day, a knight came to the castle. He brought news of a great tournament to be held in London. The winner will be crowned King of all England. The tournaments, the very thing we need to choose, an English king, said Sir Hector. He thought that Kay would win, and so they rode off. Kay sat on the prancing horse. His armour glistened in the sunlight, but Wart was just a lowly squire. He rode a plodding donkey all the way to London town. After many days and nights, they came at last to the tournament field. There was a blast of trumpets and the tolting start. Kay smiled proudly. Soon, with his spear and sword, he would fight to win the crown. Suddenly, Wart ran from a field. He had forgotten Kay's sword. It was back at the inn where they had slept. Wart ran as fast as he could, but when he got to the inn, it was closed. Poor Wart. Where could he find a sword? He ran and ran. In the churchyard, he saw a marble stone. On it stood a steel anvil, and stuck through the anvil was a gleaming sword. A sword. Wart quite quickly pulled it out and carried it back to the tournament field. But that's not Kay's sword, cried Sir Ector. When he saw it, then he saw some letters written in the gold on a sword. This is what a letter says. Who so pulled out this sword of this stone, and although is White king born of all England? Sir Hector read that, and so did all the other noblemen. Now they knew. The tournament wasn't a thing whereby to choose a king. The sword was, but how could Wart have pulled it out? There must be some mistake. They all went to the churchyard. Wart put the sword back into the stone. Everyone tried, but the sword wouldn't move. Only Wart could pull it out again. So it was no mistake. But kings must be wise. Kings must know many things. How could Wart be a king? Wart was wise enough, and he knew enough, for that's what the lessons had been for, to prepare Wart to be king. And Wart became a great king, known forever after as King Arthur. The end. So, I hope you're interested about classic Disney stories, original classic The Sword in the Stone, which was inspired by animated classic 1963 movie. So please feel free to write in comments down below and give a thumbs up and see what thoughts did you think of. Okay guys, I'm about to head off now, so please stay tuned for the next video. And remember, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification. And don't forget to hit the bell for future videos, and don't miss out. So look on the social media links for my description below. You can support me through Twitter, Pinterest, and Instagram, and TikTok. Okay, so I really appreciate your support. Like, comment, subscribe, share. It's always appreciated. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. So please stay tuned for the next video, and I'll see you next time.